now that you've got everything traced onto your canvas board, we're ready to start the next process. So just to review, you should have 2 pictures. One is taped to your board, and do not remove that. Don't take it off. Don't take it off at all until you turn those in. When you turn it in, I will help you take those off. You're gonna have your canvas board, your drawing board, and that's the masonite board here. Now, if you have one of these pieces that's ripped here, this tape, then just fix that. I personally don't like to use all 4 of these. I like just 3 of them on, and that holds it in place. So everywhere you take this board, it needs to be attached to your drawing board. I made sure that they were the correct size to fit in your lockers. So this and this, they always stay together. You're gonna need a second picture, and that's what you're gonna use when you're matching your colors and to look at details, so that you've already marked this one up. If you're like, I kind of messed that up a little bit, then we can look at this one for more details. And then you also have your assigned pencils. Now your pencil cases, once you are checked out, they're checked out to you, then you will not turn them back in until we're finished with the project. Keep in mind that if you drop a pencil, it breaks the lead on the inside. That's why when you try to sharpen a pencil, the lead comes out every time. Then that pencil has been dropped or used for drums. Each one is marked in your case. So if you're number 7, then all these pieces are all marked number 7. So to use these, take your extra one to match up colors with these. If it's a little too light, a little too dark, if it doesn't completely blend, then try another value. Just do a little bitty swatch. Okay. All right, now on the face especially, but everywhere, you need insane detail. I want you to strive for insane detail and know that you are human, and no, you are not going to achieve absolute perfection, but that's your goal. This is not just a grade in the grade book, y'all. This is your face, and I want it to look like you. You're gonna outline shapes, not lines. So let's see, right here on his nose, actually his mouth, sorry, on his mouth here, you're gonna outline on the outside of that skinny shape or wide line. So you need to do both sides. You also need to outline here where the values change. There's a slightly lighter value there. And you really, really need to make sure that you're not just dialing it in. If you don't draw exactly what you see, then you're gonna end up making yourself look like you've got a double chin or something very unattractive. Do not create lines that don't exist. Like this area here, we know that he has a complete ear. Like 99.9% sure that he does have a complete ear. Don't create lines that the picture doesn't show. We're drawing what we see, not what we know is there. So make sure that those outlines are outlining shapes, not lines, and each different shade is a different shape. So we have on his eyes here, which by the way, super important to get the face extremely detailed. And when you start to color, start coloring down here or in the hair. Those are places where you can make mistakes and it'll be easily either covered up or not noticed at all. And where you've got different shapes inside, make sure that each value has its own outline. Insane detail. The eyes, they're known as the windows to the soul. Like right here, it comes straight down. He has it kind of curved out there. You need to be as absolutely precise as you possibly can. One tiny little line off, it's not gonna look like you. So, insane detail. On every piece, especially the face, you must have black, white, and the white will just be the white of the canvas board, the back. You're not gonna get a white colored pencil. And at least 2 gray values. So you have a choice between these 3. And if you really want it to look like you, use all 3 of these values on the face. So you must use black, white, and at least 2 gray values. When you feel like you've finished going over all of your shapes, each value, making sure that it's a different shape identified with a line. Then you're going to have 3 different people check it and sign the back when they think that you're ready to go. When you're checking, keep your eye on one spot and you're going to lift and put it down and lift and keep looking. So right here, I can tell that this needs more detail in here. There's a lot going on in here, but it's very subtle. So he needs to complete more of that in there. And you can make changes as you go. Just keep in mind that if you make a dark change, if you mess up on a dark area, then you're gonna have to white it out with paint, let it dry, and then come back to it. So after you've had 3 different people sign, they're gonna sign the back. Then you can bring it to me to check out your supplies. Now before you start to shade things in, I highly recommend that you outline a shape before you start to shade it in. So for instance, and this, do not take this off, ever. Never, 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 never take it off. So this shade here, I'm gonna double check it. Oh, not on that one. If I double check it there, it's gonna mimic it onto the board. So I'm gonna shade in this shape right here. And